A very warm welcome from Windhoek in Namibia. My name is Dr. Lara Bier and I'm the head of GMACC, HSF's global project for mitigation and adaptation to climate change. Through the Think Global Sustainability Network, we are aiming at supporting and connecting actors, institutions and organizations at the regional and international levels. The Think Global Sustainability Network consists of 5 regional sub-networks. One of them is the Regional Sustainability Network covering Sub-Saharan Africa. Today, at the Hans Leyden Foundation Namibia, we are hosting the RSN annual gathering. For this interview, I'm joined by Collister Ndulu from HSF Kenya. She's the head of the Regional Sustainability Network. I'm also joined by Tine Agernor from the Women Environment Program from Nigeria. And I'm also joined by Jennifer Okusia from Northside Green Services from Uganda. I'm pleased to have you here with me for this interview, and I would like to start with a quick round of introduction. Can the 3 of you please briefly introduce yourself and share your background with us? And let's start with Collister.
Good afternoon. My name is Collister Ndulu. I'm the lead for the Regional Sustainability Network. I'm based at the Hans Leyden Foundation in Nairobi, Kenya. And one of the key things that we focus on is the annual gathering, which brings together our actors within the space just to share issues and especially the success stories and the challenges that they're facing in their countries in the areas of intervention. Thank you.
And over to you, Tina.
Good afternoon. My name is Tine Agernor from Women Environmental Program, WEP, Nigeria. Basically, WEP is a permanent organization that works at the intersection of gender and climate change, working to improve on the livelihood conditions of especially rural women, and looking at how climate change impacts living, and taking advocacy as well as community-led actions to address the impact of climate change and ensure that people are able to achieve their maximum potential.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And my name is Jennifer Okusia. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Northside Green Services, a development organization, NGO in Uganda. We are based in northern Uganda, a region that suffered over 2 decades of armed conflict, and a region that is still, grappling with development challenges. We have poverty rates which are still up at 68%. And so Northside Green Services is there to transform lives of the people in the region. And one of the key areas that we're working on, and together in partnership with HSF, is the area of environment and climate justice, where we're implementing an innovative project. We'll be able to share more about this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for introducing yourself and talking about your background. I would like to start with you, Collister. You are the head of the Regional Sustainability Network. Can you please tell us more about the Regional Sustainability Network, its members and objectives?
Okay, thank you so much. So currently we have 13 organizations from 12 countries. So we have the newest member who is from Nigeria, but we've got members from Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, Djibouti, Ethiopia, Ghana, Togo, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and so we have in total 12 countries represented in the network. And just to mention something, our network members are diverse in that we've got think tanks and we've got small CBOs. So we ensure that our interventions cut across and are well represented. Not to include just the think tanks and forget the people, but what we focus on is ensuring that the network is well included, not just within East Africa, Southern Africa, but across Sub-Saharan.
Thank you so much, Collister. So in preparation for last year's World Climate Change Conference, the COP29 in Dubai, all RSN members have been signing a position paper that has been then presented at COP28. What will be the main themes or priorities that are being discussed for this year's position paper?
Thank you very much for that question. Also, part of the things that we focus on is creating a position paper every year. And this we always endeavor to present it at the COP. So what happened in this year's position paper, we are focusing on climate financing. We are basically bringing our voices out for Africa as a vulnerable community so that we are not secluded when it comes to climate financing. And we also want to focus on to bring the aspect of sustainable finances so that Africa is not put into debt that they're not able to repay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing with us what you will put into your position paper. This year, the Regional Sustainability Cooperation has been strengthened by peer-to-peer visits, virtual meetings, and microgrants. Jennifer, the North Light Green Services has been one of the beneficiaries that have been supported by the GMACC project to implement the pilot project this year. Can you please tell us more about the Teaching Perma Garden pilot project and what makes the dragon fruit so special?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. One thing that we are trying to do to address environmental destruction, cutting down trees in the region because of poverty. Most of the households, communities are depending on nature, to get an income. And for agriculture, but also for timber, and most of all for charcoal. Biomass energy in Uganda the consumption is up 95%. And so most of the rural households, most of the urban dwellers are depending on that. And what we've come up with is an innovation to kind of give alternative livelihood, addressing the charcoal traders who are destroying the environment to get quick income, from selling charcoal. And so we've introduced dragon fruit farming, a learning center at our headquarters in Gulu City, where we're establishing dragon fruit farming and piloting it for the very first time in the region, and also in Uganda in particular. It's not very common grown. And so the fruit that grows within 12 months. And within 12 months, you are able to get already substantive income, as a farmer. Not only from the fruits, selling the fruits. Dragon fruits are one of the world's most expensive fruits in the world. And you do not only get income from the fruits, but you also get income from the cuttings. So we are projected to get about 12,000 cuttings from the learning center that we're going to distribute to targeting the charcoal traders, those who are destroying the environment, but also targeting women and youth, who are the main target groups for North Light Green Services. And these are the poor, these are the majority poor who lack skills and alternative livelihood. So we believe within a short period of about 12 months, we are able to meet their midterm needs, that is income, and lure them from destroying the environment, because they will have an alternative from selling the fruits, but also from the cuttings. And the fruits are very rich in a way. They're very, very rich in terms of nutrition. We have the antioxidants. So the market will be available for the working class who want to look young, who want to be healthy, diabetics, patients, and so on. So strategically, it's a very good livelihood intervention that we think is going to bring substantive income, even with potential of processing it. So for to get, let's say, the powder from it and packaging it, so it can actually go external, can go to the foreign markets as well. So that is something that we've done. So the learning center, the permaculture aspect is addressing the environmental degradation. The soils in our centers were exhausted from the bad culture of harvesting, mining the sand, the soil, the topsoil. The topsoils were being mined for bricklaying, especially by the youth, where they were able to get money from selling the burning of the bricks and selling it for household construction. But in the process, they have dug deep and destroyed a lot of the environment is destroyed. So you find that in the area, farming activities are very few. A lot of the area is full of grass because they have mined the topsoil. And so what we're doing is that we've created trenches to trap water and to improve the soil fertility through organic farming practices. And so in the center, we'll be able to demonstrate permaculture, which is, reinventing the soil fertility through organic waste. And if you see our dragon fruits now, in a period of about 4 months, what was projected to be growth in 6 months, we're achieving it within 3 months and 4 months. So it's super growth, and that is what we're doing, and we're learning from it through the challenges that we are still it's supposed to be a hot weather crop, but it's actually doing very well in a region where we have a heavy rain. So it's a learning that we're going to take up to other people as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing this very extremely important pilot project with us. So in a nutshell, you have been already touching it, but in a nutshell, who are your key stakeholders and your objectives? Just in 2-3 sentences.
Thank you. Our key stakeholders will be charcoal traders that we're targeting to give an alternative livelihood crop. And then also we're targeting women and youth as they're the majority. Most of them have not gone through education. They don't have skills, for employable skills. Have high level of youth unemployment, women and youth, and so those are our target groups mainly, and the community members around who will be our extension workers. So we already trained actually youth on dragon fruit farming, and there will be our extension staff as well, extending that to the community. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. So we've learned from Collister that the RSN consists of quite a number of member organizations from various African countries, ranging from grassroots activism initiatives to analytical think tanks. Tine, the Women's Environment Program is a new addition to the RSN. What motivated you to join the RSN?
Let me comment on a note of appreciation to the RSN network for accepting Women Environmental Program to be a part of the network. One of the key motivations for Women Environmental Program to be a member of the RSN network was because of the shared objectives which we have with the network of creating partnerships, which for us is also a key pillar of the Sustainable Development Goal 17, which it states that you need partnerships to achieve the goal. And so in our objective to work with marginalized groups like women and persons with disabilities to help support them make meaningful livelihoods via agriculture. We see a potential in the Resultant Sustainability Network to share our learnings and successes which we've recorded in working with organizations in Nigeria, and also learn of the work that colleagues from other countries and regions in Africa are doing as it relates to the work that we are doing. And as we learn from them, we are better able to take back these learnings to our country and implement them in such a manner that the goal of seeing to it that we address the equity issues in terms of access to livelihood, especially for women and persons with disabilities, is achieved. So for us, it was the objective to partner, share the needs, share resources, and improve on the lives of our project beneficiaries as much as possible.
I think I can speak on behalf of GMACC as well as of RSN. We're happy that you joined the RSN and are part of that and sharing your experience with the other members. So my last question is, as it is your first annual gathering of the RSN, which you're attending, what personal insights or experiences do you hope to share with others during today's meeting?
So as well, we have a near 30 years of experience working with grassroots organizations, working with governments, both at the executive and parliamentary levels, influencing policy decisions, supporting to improve on governance systems, and then also working with local organizations to improve on their standards of living. And so we want to bring our own core experience from the Nigerian perspective here, like I mentioned earlier, learn from other organizations to see the work that they are doing. And we want to see how they can also learn a lot from the successes that we've recorded within our content, working to influence policy and getting to support rural beneficiaries to transform their lives in a very positive manner. this is what we are bringing in here. And much that we can.
Super. Thank you so much, Collister, Jennifer, and Tine, for your time to attend this interview.